I don't know what you're thinking. Who the fuck? Shut your hooking mouth. You're not gonna drop me from Proper 12 whiskey. Or maybe you will. Conor McGregor gets dropped by yet another company, this time Proper 12, Proper number 12 whiskey. It's an Irish whiskey he was partnered with, and now they don't want anything to do with Conor McGregor. The breaking news just keeps on coming. Conor McGregor is now being dropped by Proper number 12 Irish whiskey. The empire he helped construct, the company announced on Tuesday. The decision comes days after Conor was found liable in the Irish court for SA of a woman back in 2018. I made videos about that. This is why for combat sports, boxing, some MMA, you need to subscribe to the channel. I got you guys covered. Made a video about that, and it's just getting worse. Quote, since 2021, Proximo Spirits has been the 100% owner of Proper number 12 Irish whiskey, a spokesperson told TMZ. Going forward, we do not plan to use Mr. McGregor's name and likeness in the marketing of the brand. McGregor and his partners sold his majority stake in the company to Proximo Spirits for $600 million in 2021. Proximo Spirits, which also owns Jose Cuervo, among other spirits, is not the only brand to make such an announcement on the heels of this court case, which concluded with the Dublin-based jury awarding a woman $257,000 in retribution for McGregor brutally raping and battering her. Musgrave, a retail chain with more than 1,200 shops, said it would withdraw all drinks McGregor is associated with from their stores. I already told you guys on my social media that another company, IO Gaming, they are the ones behind, the developers behind the Hitman game. They had basically a Conor McGregor unlocked character, and he was part of some of the game at this point. That is now a thing of the past. IO, they announced, IO Interactive, via their social media, they want nothing to do with Conor McGregor, and his role in the game is now kaput. Ugh. So this is a bad look for Conor McGregor. Now, what I've already presented to you guys, if that was not enough, you have more. But wait, there's more. Conor McGregor's friend is also suing him over whiskey royalties, and he wants millions of dollars. Conor McGregor is facing a lawsuit from a close friend that could amount to millions of dollars. The Irish Independent is reporting that Artem Lobov, who's also a fighter, a retired fighter who trained in McGregor, he's suing the UFC star over a substantial amount in unpaid proceeds from the sale of McGregor's Proper 12 whiskey brand. McGregor, his agent, Audi, and third party sold their Irish whiskey company to Proximo Spirits, the owner of Jose Cuervo, as I mentioned earlier, among other liquors, for $600 million in 2021. Lobov has also previously said in an interview with Talk Sport that he was behind the idea for the whiskey brand, and that he talked to McGregor into doing an Irish whiskey instead of a vodka, and he put together a deal with the whiskey distillery. The selling point of my book will be Proper 12 whiskey story. Few people know, but that was actually my idea. I was the person who came up with the idea to do a whiskey for Conor. Once the deal was ready, I went to Conor and I said, Conor, I have a deal ready for you. This is going to be $1 billion deal, no messing around here. I'm not sure if he took me serious or not at the time with the $1 billion. We worked and continue to work on it, and you can see it's had a massive success. I'm really happy to see that, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. The Independent reports that Lobov plans to claim in court that he is entitled to 5% of McGregor's proceeds. Lobov said in the Talk Sports interview that he was offered $1 million by McGregor, but he turned that down. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey was created, developed, branded, and tirelessly promoted by Conor McGregor. Any suggestion that the plaintiff has claim to Proper 12 is incorrect, says McGregor's spokesperson, Karen J. Kessler. So you know what that means. They're going to have to battle it in court. Artem Lobov, who was a longtime friend and sparring partner, his name actually came up when Paulie Malignaggi and McGregor were beefing too. And then Artem ended up fighting Paulie Malignaggi and there was some bad blood. So that's news to me, what Artem is claiming. He's saying that he was like the mastermind behind the Irish whiskey and Conor was going to go a different direction maybe and do a vodka. And he, you know, did the legwork, so to speak. So it's looking bad for Conor McGregor. You got this case, this SA case. So the world knows for a fact that you cheated on your wife, who you have kids with, right? And I did see that his wife is defending her husband. You know, different people are commenting on that. She's saying that it's the girl's fault, that I'm gonna protect my sons from women against that. I don't know. That looked kind of crazy though. That looked kind of crazy because you have a married man, whether it was consensual or she's claiming it wasn't consensual, you're still married and that's infidelity. So I don't know. I'm not going to speak too much on their stuff. It just looked crazy that she's defending this publicly and making statements. But to each his own. Conor hasn't fought in a couple of years. And let me talk about this because there were some people when I made the video and the girl got the $250K roughly for the settlement. There was a lot of people who were pocket watching in the video in the comment section and they were like, oh, Ego, that's all she got? That's all the money she got? And I literally said in the video, because I'm the best in the business and it's not even close, I was like, why y'all pocket watching the amount of money that she got? Like she's finna spend it with you. And it's not just about the 250K. You know, okay, Conor has a lot more money than that, so that's not gonna set him back really. Cool. But I told you there's other things at play. You haven't been fighting, so you're not an active fighter. And then now look, just as I predicted, it's different and it's bigger than just the amount of money that you have to pay out to this girl. You've been dropped from video games. You're dropped from Proper 12, the company that you no longer have the majority stake in. Your friend is suing you. I mean, this is a lot of stuff, especially for someone who's not an active fighter. And all these lawsuits require money. So this is not a position that you would want to be in if you're a celebrity. You know, they say more money, more problems. And that's what it is. Like I said, while you guys are sitting up here pocket watching this girl's money, like, oh, she only got 250K. Look at the cost of this ruling. He's getting kicked off the video game because I don't know Conor's deal, but I'm sure for his likeness, he was getting some kind of residuals or payment from the game. And now you've been removed. So you have Ryan Garcia, who tested positive, said some craziness, and then he got removed from the Undisputed game. Now you got Conor McGregor, and he's being removed from the Hitman game. And it's just looking crazy. It's looking real crazy out here. And I seem to be the only one that talks about this. You have other people who, anytime it's a black athlete, they'll be the first to talk about all of their out of the ring, you know, legal claims and, you know, what they're up against. But people are quiet as church mice when it comes to this Conor McGregor situation. Like they don't want to share the news or spread the news that's actually active and currently happening. It's like they want to hide it. But let it be Gervonta Davis, let it be Floyd Mayweather. They be all over it like white on rice, a paper plate, a glass of milk in a snowstorm. You dig? So me, y'all know how I get down. It's nothing personal. I talk about everything. Whether you like me, you hate me, you male, female, black, white, Irish, I don't care. We here to talk about the news. And for my thoughts, this is just an L for Conor McGregor. A lot of legal battles. You're inactive. People aren't even taking you serious as a fighter. You're being called out by like Taporia, like who just beat Max Holloway, different stuff like that. Smaller guys, people, Chandler, he's talking trash. And then now you got this case that hurts your brand. And clearly it's had an effect because you're being dropped by all these different companies. That's never a good point in a professional athlete's career. That means you're making some wrong decisions, because when other pro athletes, you should be getting more and more brand deals and endorsements, not being stripped of the ones you've already established. That means you're doing something and they don't want to be involved with that. You know, we live in times of cancel culture. Cancel culture they don't want no parts of that. They're like, nah, you know, Conor on his own with this one. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to my channel. I will continue to give you guys the latest and greatest in what's going on in combat sports. And I'm out.